Jared!
Ram!
This is amazing. This is a great building.
Yeah, it's nice, huh?
How long have you lived here?
About a year.
It's nice.
Plus?
Nice.
Yeah.
Should I close the door behind me?
Yeah, no worries. I got it.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'll take off my shoes.
If you don't mind.
Why would I mind?
Oh.
Okay, you see? It's fine. Everything's good. This is for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Cheers.
It's hot.
Go ahead.
Okay, awesome.
Good.
I just need to set up.
Sure.
Okay. Wait, but there's good.
Here's okay?
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. So the first photo is okay. So it's done in this apartment or in a different place?
No, this is in a private studio in Shangwan.
Okay. And so in the photograph, there are two crimson, like matching, very nice crimson yoga mats with blocks next to them. The floor is this cream linoleum, and around the wall, there's a bunny in the room.
There's a bunny in the room.
Chester!
There he is. He's like, whoa, holy shit. Holy shit.
Back to the photo. So, around is like a sort of like a cream colored blinds wall. It's a yoga studio.
Yeah.
The photograph is dominated by two people propped onto their heads, toes pointed to the ceiling, both wearing black tights of sort and kind of gray to olive green tank tops.
It is kind of funny how we match a bit.
There's in the foreground, closest to the camera, is a female form, and in the background is a male form. And I will guess that you are one of them.
I am.
So, what is the story, man?
I am the male.
Okay.
Perceived. The story is Karis and I. It's about our sort of finding of yoga, and our experience is very different. Like our experience level, like she sort of started going to classes in a different studio than this, like before work, and at her last job, and then as she progressed into it, she was like, "Hey, you should come to a class. You should come to class." And I started going as well, and then I sort of found my own interests within, but I included this photo specifically because one of the things that we've really both found to be an everyday practice is the headstand.
Okay.
And it's like the sense of changing your perspective allows for so much freedom.
Okay.
And it's it's super great for your body in general, just to change your blood flow, to send some blood flowing like through your head, in a different like rate.
Right.
And
how long do you hold the pose for?
Anywhere from 5 to 10 deep breaths.
Okay.
To maybe like 3 minutes.
Okay.
If you're really feeling it.
Okay.
Like if that's your practice that day.
Wow.
But this is like more of a standard inversion. We're doing it a little bit differently. Like you can see her hands are behind her head. Yeah. And my hands are sort of in front of my face.
Flattened, yeah.
This is more of like they call it a tripod headstand. Because you have like 3 points of connection with the mat. And I guess the way Karis is doing it is more like, I guess, standard. And actually I've tried to move my practice into that formation because it's a little bit easier on my neck.
Right.
But a lot of yogis will say that the tripod is like easier for guys to get into because you can kind of just use more of your like brute strength, to like hoist your legs up.
Okay.
But for the both of us, yoga has become such an important way of our lives and like part of our lives that I just wanted to like share that.
No, for sure.
I think that like I wouldn't have expected to like find it.
So how long have you guys been doing yoga in this way? Because certainly with COVID, it's kind of like, okay, everybody's becoming very internally focused, right?
Yeah.
So is this a 1 year, 6 months?
This is like
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Our first class.
Yeah.
No, it's been about 3.5 years probably for Karis. Yeah, it's been years now for both of us, the way that we've been practicing. I would say my practice really took a more like structured part of my life over the last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's become like more of like a dedicated practice of like every day I will try to do something that is like engaging. And like what I've also learned and sort of started to practice is like yoga encompasses so much more than a physical practice.
Right.
I've learned a lot of meditation. I've really started to like find, okay, maybe I'm not doing a physical practice today, but I'm going to sit and meditate for 10 minutes, or I'm going to do this flow of breath work, and really sort of finding my sense of self and sense of connection to like the moment, by practicing.
Right.
So through COVID, it's like taken some turns, and there's been a lot more home practice. There's been a lot more park yoga. The studio that we started going to closed, unfortunately, like at sort of the beginning of the pandemic.
Wow. Early casualty.
Yeah, it really was. And it's like, it was really our favorite one in the city. So we've followed some teachers, and this studio that we're in the photo is a class run by one of our close friends, Stella.
Okay.
So that's been really nice too, to like have a different connection to like the class itself. It's like really someone that we enjoy.
As we're having this conversation, we've known each other all of maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
Before this.
Right.
Maybe even not even 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, not very long.
Not very long.
And our relationship doesn't go back too far.
No.
I'm Mr. Friendly.
Yeah.
So when I met you, which was in one of Hong Kong's most amazing beaches.
It's the best.
Just so stunning. And we were, me, Delian, Cadence, we were hiking.
Yeah.
They're like, don't talk to people, leave people alone. I spotted your tattoo.
My tattoo,
and, written in Hebrew. And I was like, oh, hey, I'll talk to you for a second. And then, so you were on a kind of a hike, sort of a camping, whatever.
Camping, hiking extravaganza.
So you're out for 5 days or 4 days, right?
The plan was 4 days.
Right.
Yeah, I did 3.
Okay. And because the rain was just god awful.
Yeah. Who
goes hiking and camping in the middle of a typhoon? Okay. Jared.
It was the sunny part of the typhoon.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does that fit into yoga? Because with yoga, you become very conscious of your body and of your space and where you are and all this stuff. And so did that feed into your... Because in a way, when somebody makes that decision, I'm going to go camping for 4 days or 5 days, or whatever it is, I'm going to remove myself. And so you plan for it and you just do it. And then, you're gone solo, right? You did it by yourself.
Yeah.
So what was the thinking behind that? What was the motivation behind that?
The motivation, like, behind the hike and, like, the solo-ness of it was really a way for me to, like, disconnect.
Okay.
I didn't check Instagram the whole time. Like, that's my main social media. So, like, my phone was, like, communicating with Karis to, like, check in.
Yeah.
It was, like, music sometimes. And it was, like, navigation.
Yeah.
But, like, that's it.
Yeah.
And the path that I took, which was, like, along, from one end of Kowloon to the other.
Sure.
Was about just seeing the city in a different way. And almost like being upside down.
Right.
Where it's, like, changing your perspective to, and in yoga, that sense of breath and that sense of like, okay, I'm in warrior 2, I'm in triangle pose, like whatever posture you're in, each sort of, the connection to your own self, the idea is that when you're out in the world, when you're doing your work, when you're doing whatever it is, you can come back to that moment.
Right.
and you can say, you can take a deep breath and say, like, I can progress.
Right.
And so in the time off that I had in July, I really wanted to take a trip on my own. You know, that was a moment where I could come back to in 2 months from now, when my life is like super busy, super work focused, like a lot more intense, and I can like bring my head above water for a moment to like take that deep breath and like put myself in that space alone on the mountain, my heavy pack, like, but looking around and like feeling like this is wonderful. Right.
Okay. In our conversation, there are a couple of words that you used, and since we're sitting in your kitchen at your table, I am looking for evidence of a pastry chef.
You won't find.
I won't find any. Okay,
you won't find
because that's kind of where I latched onto. It's like, oh, I haven't had a pastry chef podcast.
There's no pile of croissants or
I don't see KitchenAid anywhere.
I know.
Now, better question then. I see a knife.
I
see a nice sharp knife. If I were to if I were to very clinically, medically, surgically chop you up. And look, you invited me into your house. Look how big my eyes are. Look how big your eyes are. Grab the knife, chop you up into separate little pieces for all of your tattoos.
Okay.
In terms of each time separate ones were made, how many sections of body would I have?
We can start from the bottom. So you'd have one section for my feet.
You did both of them together?
Both of them together.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is one piece.
Right.
But it's both feet. This is not in order of
it's fine.
Gaining.
It's whatever.
You would need to be creative with the top of my body.
Okay.
Like my chest.
I'm very creative.
You know?
No problem. Keep going.
The left side of my chest has one.
Just
on
a
its
little
own.
psycho conversation.
Yeah. Garrus is going to love it. You'd need to saw me down the middle, really, because like my left shoulder and my right shoulder each have a piece that
done
are
together?
Done separately.
Okay.
Through life, I've created their own congruency.
Sure.
But they were definitely at separate times. And then, in terms of hiding the body, it would be pretty easy.
Right.
Because my thumb on my left hand, my thumb would be a separate time from the other four fingers.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And then my left arm, you would have two pieces as well, because this one was done separately from the rest of the arm, and like this piece was done a lot. Right. It's the same artist and the same piece now, but it's different.
Got it. Were they all done roughly in the same countries, or were they done anywhere?
United States and Hong Kong.
Okay.
And Bali, actually.
Okay, nice.
These ones were in Bali.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Should we move on to the next photograph?
Sure.
This is what the podcast is like.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it, yeah.
Moving on. So, is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So, if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.